We're going to start with Jussie Smollett. All the charges against the Empire actor have been dropped. That's right. It deserves applause. Carlos, what happened?
Well, it's a total shocker to a lot of people. The charges have been dropped, like you said. Jussie Smollett, he appeared in court earlier today in Chicago. The prosecution wiped all charges. You know, a few weeks ago, he was indicted on 16 felony counts for allegedly filing a false police report. He appeared outside of the courtroom and he thanked the people of Chicago and his family and friends. Then he took the opportunity to speak even further. So take a look at this.
I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of. Now I'd like nothing more than to just get back to work and move on with my life. But make no mistakes, I will always continue to fight for the justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere.
So as you can see, he's maintaining his innocence. The Cook County State's attorney also had this to say. This is what they said in a statement. They said, quote, after reviewing all of the facts and circumstances of the case, including Mr. Smollett's volunteer service in the community and agreement to forfeit his bond to the city of Chicago, we believe this outcome is a just disposition and appropriate resolution to this case.
All right, well, the Chicago police superintendent and the mayor of Chicago, they came out in their own press conference and they came out swinging. They do not agree with the decision. Take a look.
Do I think justice was served? No.
This is a whitewash of justice.
Good to see.
Odd turn of phrase with that whitewash thing. And also the Chicago superintendent, I guess he's upset because he won't be able to do any more Good Morning America interviews.
Well, you know, the Chicago PD, of course, did come out strongly against Jussie from the beginning. We all remember that press conference a while ago. But, you know, there are obviously a lot of questions and a lot of gray area with this entire case. But I reached out to Fox because I wanted an update on Empire because you remember that Jussie was written out of the final 2 episodes of the season while the whole case was going on. Well, this is what the studio said. Quote, Jussie Smollett has always maintained his innocence and we are gratified that all charges against him have been dismissed. So that statement, it's actually from the studio and the network, and it's a good sign for Jussie. It looks like obviously the studio and network are standing behind him. Now, do keep in mind, Empire has not yet been renewed for season 6, but the ratings have taken a nosedive since the show returned with this whole Jussie case going on. They went from about 5 million to 4 million, so that is a big.
But does that mean that the show is no longer #1 on Wednesdays?
You know, I don't know exactly right now, so I don't want to speak out of turn.
I think it's still #1.
But the point is, it went down 1 million viewers since. We don't know if that's related to Jussie, but that's a significant nosedive in the ratings.
We have to say happy birthday to the boss, Miss Diana Ross. Now, I've got the exclusive details on her party tonight. Now, I'm not there because I'm here. But the theme is feathers, sequins, and diamonds.
Ooh.
And here's another hot tip. So it's going to be a fabulous party, but then afterwards, they're going to leave that venue and go to another venue for a concert where Miss Ross herself may or may not be performing. Wink, wink. Now, she's not the only one that's going to maybe perform. Wink, wink. There's also rumors that there are going to be a couple of iconic hippity-hop artists on the bill as well. Now, I know all the deets, but I would hope to get invited to the next birthday, so that's why I can't spill all the tea, y'all. But, you know, we're going to have all the inside information definitely when we come back.
Later this week.
Yeah, later this week.
If only we had, like, quick time travel and you could just be in New York and LA at the same time.
It's called the aeroplane.
It's not quick enough, though. It's not quick enough for you to be there. Alex Rodriguez is at the center of yet another cheating scandal. A former Playboy Playmate claims that just weeks before his proposal to Jennifer Lopez, ARod made an indecent proposal to her. Carlos, what is going on here?
My gosh, this is messy and it is juicy. So this Playmate, she claims that he proposed. What?
Messy and juicy.
Okay, Bevy. Anyway, she claims that he proposed a 3-way to her, and this is what she said. Now, her name is ZoeGregory. So she's a Playmate. She told our friends at The Sun that ARod, he sent her numerous sexts. So he was sext messaging her, and she claims he sent pictures of his junk. So she sent pictures of his private parts, and he asked her for naughty videos in return.
Oh.
And she also alleges that ARod, he actually tried to set up the threesome. He wanted to set up a rendezvous in San Francisco, and she says the messages began the day after Christmas. So, of course, he was still with J-Lo. They stopped in January, so right before he proposed to her, which was earlier this month, as a matter of fact. And so, but when she got engaged in March, this is what Zoe said. She said she was surprised and that J-Lo needs to wake up. So she feels bad for J-Lo. and she doesn't think it's
J-Lo's
right.
fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, he's been faced with these allegations before, even since he's been with J-Lo. But she's stuck.
And the terms of Blueface, bust down Tatiana. I'm over this kind of stuff.
Well,
stop trying to make J-Lo and ARod not happen. It's gonna happen. They're gonna get married, and they're gonna be toned while doing it.
Well,
go ahead, y'all.
Well,
I want to get an invitation to the wedding.
Well,
you know
Playmate Zoe says J-Lo is amazing, and she doesn't deserve it.
She is amazing, but I agree with Bevy, and I also think it's interesting timing that Zoe's talking after they're engaged. Just saying. Rumors were swirling yesterday that Paris Hilton may be returning to her reality roots as a member of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, so some people thought that this made sense because Kyle Richards, of course, is her aunt, and she stars on Real Housewives. And of course, Kim Richards, she also used to be on the show. It also could make sense because Paris Hilton is an OG of reality TV. Never forget The Simple Life. Incredible show. Just doing a shout out. Okay.
Incredible. Okay,
it was an amazing show, Bevy.
You want a reboot?
I do want a reboot. Anyway.
Game of Thrones level? The Wire level? Amazing TV?
It's the Game of Thrones of reality TV.
Vanderpump Rules level, okay? There's different categories. But anyway, the reports claim that Paris was asking for $1 million to join the show. Well, of course, we all wanted to get to the bottom of the rumor, so we did some digging. I reached out to my sources. They said this is not true. But Bevy, you reached out to the source of all sources, and he went on the record, which means for today you are a journalist.
Yes, I'm a journalista today. Yes, not just an old opinion maker. So here's the thing. I spoke to my boss, Andrew Cohen. You might know him. You've heard of him. He's a housewife whisperer.
Yeah.
So he told me, and it's a quote, not a real thing on any level. And you know what? Andy should know since he's the executive producer on the show. So now we can put the kibosh on those rumors.
Yes, you heard it from
Andy said
Andy
it ain't
Cohen.
true.
Yeah, Paris Hilton's rep also said that it's absolutely false, so they wanted to shut it down too.